The Pfennig, plural Pfennige, is a former German coin or note, which was official currency from the 9th century until the introduction of the euro in 2002. While a valuable coin during the Middle Ages, it lost its value through the years and was the minor coin of the mark currencies in the German Reich, the former Federal Republic of Germany and the German Democratic Republic, and after the German reunification in the present Federal Republic of Germany until the introduction of the euro. Pfennig was also the name of the subunit of the Danzig mark and the Danzig gulden in the Free City of Danzig. As a currency sign, a variation of the minuscule letter euro DA, euro unregistered trademark for a euro dinar I use a euro unregistered trademark in German current script was modified so the terminal end of the minuscule current euro DA, euro unregistered trademark, that trailed at the top of the ascender in an anti-clockwise loop, was instead brought down behind the right of the ascender, to form a descender, that hooked clockwise, thus making it a distinct symbol, different from any of the other current letters in its own right, a degree. Compare with a minuscule current euro DA, euro unregistered trademark given in the archetypal example of current script found in the upper right of the article on current. The Pfennig symbol has nearly fallen out of use since the 1950s, with the demise and eventual abolition of the Reichsmark with its Reichspfennig, to say nothing of the abolition of current by the National Socialists on January 3, 1941, thus making it increasingly cryptic as familiarity with current script has decreased since that time. The symbol is encoded in Unicode at U+20 a degree German penny sign. Etymology: the British penny is etymologically related to the Pfennig, the Swedish penning, which was also model for the Finnish penny, the Polish Pfennig and the Pfennig of Bosnia and Herzegovina. The etymology of the Pfennig is not completely clear, but seems to rely on the way coins were minted during the Middle Ages. The base material were thin flat metal discs. The value was embossed from one side, creating a pan-like coin. In some German countries, coins had similar but different names, as Pfennig, Penning, Pending, Pfanting and Penny. This was for better handling due to different currencies used simultaneously. History: in the 8th century Charlemagne declared that 240 pfennigs should be minted from a pound of silver. A single coin had a mass of 1.7 grams after the coinage reform of circa 790. Until the 13th century, the pfennig was made from real silver, and thus of high value. From the 12th century on, the German king was no longer able to enforce the regalia to mint coins, so many towns and local lords made their own coins. Mostly, less valuable metals and less metal per coin was used, so different pfennigs had different values. Within a few decades, two parallel denominations had developed: high-value Weyer Pfennig white pfennigs with over 50% of silver, and low-value Schwarz Pfennig black pfennigs with a very high content of copper and little silver or no silver at all. Some renowned coins made of copper are the Haar currency La or Halleab Pfennig of Schwa currency Bisch Hall, some centuries later called Heller, and minted throughout the country, and the Kreuzer, minted in Austria, Switzerland, and some regions of Upper Germany. By the late 17th century, the pfennigs had lost most of their value. The last pfennig coins containing traces of silver are rarities minted in 1805. The mark gold currency, introduced in 1873 as currency of the newly founded German Reich, was divided as 1 mark equals 100 pfennig. This partition was retained through all German currencies until 2001. The last West German 1 and 2 pfennig coins were steel with a copper coating. The 5 and 10 pfennig coins were steel with a brass coating. The latter was called a groschen, while the 5 pfennig coin, half a groschen, was regionally also referred to as the Sechser, deriving from the former duodecimal division of the groschen. All 4 coins had their value imprinted on the obverse and an oak on the reverse. The coins of the mark der DDR were made of aluminium, except for the 20 pfennigs coin, which was made of an aluminium-copper alloy. Pfennig since the euro: after the introduction of the euro, some, mainly older, Germans tend to use the term Pfennig instead of cent for the copper-colored coins. Unicode: the Pfennig ligature is defined and coded in Unicode as follows. See also: Bracciate, penny.